Hello everyone, my name is Felipe and as you can see we are here for a new video. It's a really good one, I can promise you that. And you can see we are at Japan, which is a track I really like to drive. I think the flow of the track is really nice, especially Sector 1. You can see here the SS. It's just insane, like stretching everything the tires have. And yeah, we are here for SRC Japan this week. It was the last Wednesday race, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, my PB was a 0.9, but a 0.8 was pretty much possible, but it was with another setup. I decided to use a setup which I've just changed before the race. It's not an excuse, but the setup was really good. It was from Cohen and Midnight from SHZ, so I'd like to thank them also. And you can see here my banker lap. It's not been great. I mean, it's just a banker. I don't want to invalid, and you know, I'm just looking to go through split 2 here in the 9.5s, 9.4s, and I'm in a 9.7, so this lap is gonna be 25.7 probably. You can see here the last chicane. It was really good, especially the last part of it. And crossing the line now, it's 25.7, really low 7, and it's not good. That's definitely not what we want to do, especially in this so competitive grade. Like 0.7 is not even close to a good lap. A good lap is like 0.1, 0.0, maybe 24s. Yeah, let's go for my second lap in the session and my fastest one. I'll show you why later. But let's go. You can see here, going to turn 1, no traffic ahead. We go to 4th gear and then 5th to have a really good traction using all the track. And here it's all about kissing these curbs and going to throttle as early as you can to gain advantage from every rubber you have on the tire. I almost lost the car there. It's not great, obviously, but still it's valid. And the sector 1 was a 0, no, it was a 801, so it's good. Not optimal, but good for second lap, I mean. And the hairpin was okay. I think the exit of the hairpin was really good, but it wasn't perfect, and I was expecting much more of this lap. And you can see here spoon, it's okay. I was planning to go to 4th gear there and I went to it, so it's been good. I am improving, I believe now half a second. You can see the split there, it's 9.2, so it's exactly half a second improvement. It's been really good. I thought this lap could be a 0.1 already, but you can see here, yeah, just a little bit tentative on the last chicane, and I did a low 0.2. I am disappointed, as you can see there. And actually I didn't show you why I invalidated, but I made a mistake going to the last corner on the last lap, so that's why I didn't improve. And we are 6th, and it's 5 lights, and away we go. So going to the start of the race, you can see Hopelicious lost the rear there, and we just gained advantage from it. We tried to gain Leopard's position here, but it would be really difficult as he was around the outside and he had the grip there to do so. So we started 6th, and now we are 5th. Really good position for the race, to be honest. Like, we obviously want to be P1 or P2, but we started 6th and we gained 1 position. And E1, he started 8th and he's now 6th, so it's been really good, especially for our team, right? And here the hairpin, I broke a little bit too early and I went wide just to avoid any kind of incidents. You know, lap 1, let's just keep our front wing on the car and not on the track. Yeah, I think the first lap was okay. I'm not using that much ERS. You can see I have over 90. Now I'm losing a little bit because Hopelicious is trying to go for a move on U1. I was watching the delta that you can see. It's coming down really quickly, so Polish is going for the move on new one. You can see both arrows behind me, so they are side by side, but nothing doing there for Polish. And now we are opening lap 2. Kowalski is leading. He made pole, the only one into the 24s, so really good lap for him. He won challengers on PC, which is the most competitive platform, so it's obviously a really good, really fast guy. And yeah, we are 5th. A really good ERS management. I felt this setup was really good, especially when you are in dirty air. So you see here 100 degrees on tires, and yeah, the sector 1 hurts the tires a lot. Like, you really need to use the tires for your advantages. And yeah, now moving a little bit forward, just the exit of the hairpin, and Mulder actually retired, and he retired at Diagonal 2. And you can see there.
Yeah, do you want to pit or am I going to?
I wanna pit.
Yeah, 4 odds.
Yeah. And you can see there me talking to Iwan, and as he was behind, I had the preference to pit, and yeah, really unfortunate for him, but still, I am a car for Team SHZ and a racer, and yeah, I had the preference and I took it. And let's go. Iwan stayed out. As a lot of guys, actually, Kowalski, I thought he would pit to have the track position, but he really liked to have new tires. So now, going for the restart, you can see waving a little bit just to get the temperatures on the tires, not go wide into turn 1, and saving as much ERS as you can. It's so crucial here, especially for a really close grid as this is. And yeah, now sector 1 is just about keeping close to Leopard, and I noticed that Leopard's probably using 2.7 wings, or maybe 3.7, I don't know, but he was definitely using lower wings than I was using. I felt I was so much faster on the corners, not so much, but I mean, especially in sector 1, I closed a little bit the gap to him. And going out of the hairpin also, I was really close to him. So you can see here Matthew just behind me, Jonas behind him, and we are approaching through traffic as we pitted. And yeah, now we are behind some medium runners who didn't pit and soft runners. And you can see there in front Honhar going for the move on Spoon. Really dangerous move, I believe, but he had to overtake Charles there, so it's fair. And now Leopard's going for the move, so I need to use a lot of ERS to keep within his 1 second. And I was thinking, you know what, they are losing a lot of time there. I really need to close the gap and overtake Charles right here at this straight. But you can see I didn't turn in early enough for the second part of the chicane, so I couldn't be closer to him. If I was closer, I would probably go for the move, but I decided to turn off my ERS really soon on the straight, just to save it. And you know what, the ERS is available now, so let's use it. And without using the ERS, we overtook him really easily. Actually, we go a little bit wide here, but it's fine. And you can see there, Leopard going for the move on Honhar. And they are losing a little bit of time. They were 1.4, 1.5 behind because I got the traffic from Charles and I couldn't overtake him earlier. But it's fine. Sector 1, Honhar would have more dirty air in front of him, so we would close the gap. And now it's 1.5 to 1 second, just about 1 second now. And we are fine with the fuel, but the ERS is not great. And you can see here I lost a little bit the rear end there because I braked a little bit too early. And yeah, on the hairpin, when you, especially with that camber angle, you can brake a lot later than what I did there, especially in the race, because the grip on the tires really like holds the car there, and you can really be safe there from braking later. But now we have around 18% of ERS, and we really need to save this. And I saved it quite a lot. And approaching another traffic here, which is from Gibis, I used a lot of ERS, and you can see he has no ERS. And at this point I thought, oh, I made the wrong decision. I should not have used a lot of ERS there. I should have waited one more lap, because his tires are still in good position. Not great obviously, but he has no ERS, and now using a little bit of ERS, we go for the move on him. We actually went a little bit too wide there, but it's fine. I used a lot of ERS because I needed to catch up to Leopard and Honhar. They were so much ahead. Now I'm using ERS to keep with Leopard here, and we are P1, P2 and P3 now, with Jonas behind us. And I think at this point we are not fine in this race. If you really need to go for a move on Leopard, you can see my exit of the last chicane was really good, so that's why I think I was using a lot of wings compared to Leopard. I could have a really good traction, but on the straight you can see I didn't catch him, so that's why I think I am running higher down first. And now I think I will keep the onboard until the end, because you can see now Iwan unfortunately had a problem. I think he went for the move and someone closed him, but I'm not sure about that. But you see now Kowalski is right behind Jonas 2 times going into this straight, and he's closing. It's less than 2 times now, so they are going to go side by side here. If not side by side, they will actually break, do a braking move, and that's what Kowalski did. He braked so much later, and now we are in threat from Kowalski, the guy who has won challenges on PC, the most competitive platform on challengers, I believe. And yeah, we see the times there are just crazy. People do. And now we are the guy which Kowalski wants to overtake, and we have absolutely no tires anymore. I had 74 at this point, 75. You can see there 74 the front tires, and I'm using 50 brake bias to use the most of the rear tires as I can, because I don't really have front tires anymore. It's already on the puncture side, and we have still 1.5 laps to go, so it's not looking good for me. You can see I have 30% ERS, so it should be enough to defend from Kowalski, because he has no ERS, obviously, to overtake everyone. I think he pitted and he came back P12, P13, I don't know. And yeah, now he has no ERS. You can see he doesn't have a really good straight line speed. It means he doesn't have ERS. And now Kowalski is really close to us, and this is the last lap, so it's absolutely or nothing. And I lost a little bit the end there, the rear end of the car, and I had to use a lot of ERS on this straight. Anyway, Kowalski has a really good tire at this point. I think he put at the end of lap 11, and we are using everything we can to stay ahead of him and to stay on the slipstream of the Leopard. And the guys ahead are really struggling on tires. I believe Honhar and his driving style doesn't really suit a really long stint on the same tires. Like, he's really aggressive, and we could see there by the SRC Italy race, he was struggling in the end of the soft stint, and now he's struggling in the end of the hard stint. And you can see there I got a warning, because I don't have any warnings in the race, and it's the last lap, so one warning should be really fine. So I really pushed the limits there, but I knew what I was doing. I really turned in so much early, and you can see now Kowalski. I'm complaining a little bit there, because Kowalski has so much better tires at this point, and it's the last straight of the race. So if we really want to do something, we need to do it here. but we have no ERS. If we had like 30% ERS, which would be impossible, obviously, but we could maybe overtake Honhar and defend better for Kowalski. But you can see here, I stayed in the middle of the track quite early, and Kowalski go for it, but he turns into me, and I couldn't do anything to avoid him. And now Honhar spins because he had a puncture, and yeah, we got basically P2 in this race. And yeah, you can see us in the podium there, in the P2 position. And that last lap was just crazy, wasn't it? We went from P3 to be on P2 and maybe P4 just before the last corner. But Kowalski braked to not hit Honhar, and Honhar ghosted. So Kowalski lost all the run he had into the straight. And yeah, it's been really good for me. I mean, I had 2 wins in the season and 1 P2 now. I think I had other good results before, but the last 4 races has been really good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope everyone liked the video and saw the strategy paid off. And really nice fight with Alessio right there in the end. So make sure to leave the like in this video, subscribe and share it, and see you next time.